Hey everybody, welcome to this wonderful reading. I have 4 days off. I have 4 days off from subbing, so I've decided that each day I'm going to do a group of zodiac signs. So today I chose to do the earth sign first, all the earth signs, because it's January and I'm an earth sign. I'm a Capricorn. So we're going to do the 3 earth signs today. And then tomorrow will be the air signs. And then I'll do the water signs and then the fire signs. So let's go for it. So we're going to start off. I'm going to use 3 different tarot decks. And we're going to start with an animal spirit card. So just so you know what animal spirit is going to be walking with our earth signs today. So the earth signs are Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So here we go. I've already cleansed my area with some sage, and I just received a new deck of tarot cards today, so that has been cleansed, and my energy's been put into that deck, so that's really great. And the cards are all getting out of shape here. All right, here we go. We have the hummingbird. That's kind of perfect for a, I think it's perfect for an earth sign. I like birds. So one thing when I get up in the morning, I just love the sounds of birds chirping. So let me read about the hummingbird. We have an air sign. Let's see where my air signs are. Here we go. Been raining here, raining and cold. So I don't know what the weather's like for all of you, but it has been raining and it's expected to get pretty cold down here in the Carolinas. So I'm sure it's not going to be as cold as some places, but it's going to be cold enough for me. So the hummingbird. Positive, enthusiastic, spiritually resourceful. Inside the tiny hummingbird resides an endless well of energy and positivity. The hummingbird's secret is that it has learned where to gather nectar, and it returns to these sources daily for nourishment and rejuvenation. This sacred elixir springs from many sources, but usually involves nature, creativity, and exploring spirituality. Follow the way of the hummingbird and you cannot go wrong. Every droplet of life becomes sweet, every moment worth savoring. So when you're in balance, you are smart, curious, and love to learn. So when you're out of balance, you're pushy, insistent, and sharp. I want to say sharp, like meaning, I want to say like kind of rough around the edges, sarcastic maybe. So to get in balance, take a class. So this is an awesome spirit animal, especially for today, 2025, the beginning of the year. Tapping into that creative energy, being in nature, whenever you're not feeling that positive energy, there's ways that you can bring the positive energy, back, just tap into that. So all my earth signs, the hummingbird. So if you see a hummingbird, just think thank the spirits, because they're letting you know that I know it's kind of hard right now with hummingbirds because it is winter. I know they have them down here, but you don't hear them as much as you used to. I was starting to hear a lot more birds, but I hear more birds here than if I were still up north. So the next one I'm gonna do 3 of each card, and actually I think I want to do 5 of each. Let me see what we can do here. I want to see what some of the spreads are. I was actually going to use a do one of my question cards. Let's do questions about 2025. I think that will work out really well. And let's see if there's anything else I like. Yeah, nah. Okay, so all right, so this is going to be a reading on 2025. We're at the very beginning of the year. So let's ask Spirit, what 2025 is going to bring us. So the first card we're going to draw is the present, where you are right now. And then it will be, what has kind of occurred in the past year to bring you to where you are right now. And then, what should we expect in the next 12 months? I think that'll be good. And we'll do 3 different tarot decks, see if they kind of line up and match up. And again, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Here we go. I haven't like bunched them like earth, air, water, and fire before, so this should be, an interesting reading. Here we go. So the first one, where you are right now. We have the 10 of Discs, which is 10 of Pentacles, and we're talking wealth and abundance. We have a crescent moon here. We have a lot of planets, which makes sense because right now we have 6 planets that are lined up straight. And I think within this month, before the end of the month, there's going to also be a 7th planet. So let me 10 of this, 4 of this. No, why do they do it like this? Okay, this is a very 10 of this. Okay, here we go. Well, so we have the number 10, Malkuth, as always, represents the final issue of the energy. Here is great and final solidification. The force is fully expanded and results in death. Mercury rules this card. So we have Mercury right at the very, very top of the card. And it's in Virgo. So, which is awesome because Virgo's one of our earth signs. So, and this may imply that the acquired wealth being inert will be dissipated unless put to further use by devoting its power to objects other than mere accumulation. The discs, or as they have become coins, are arranged on the tree of life. But the 10th coin is much larger than the rest. The image indicates the futility of material gain. This indicates the only possibility of issue from the impasse produced by the exhaustion of all the elemental forces. At the end of matter must be complete stagnation, were it not that in it is always inherent the will of the Father, the great architect. In this case, then, Mercury will represent the Logos, the Word, the Will, the Wisdom, the Eternal Son, the Virgo, the Virgin, in every implication of that symbol. This card is, in fact, a hieroglyph of the cycle of regeneration. It is wisdom and perfect happiness. You know, it's funny because I just did a sacred text. I did a YouTube video yesterday, I think it was, day before. And we were talking about Sophia and Logos, wisdom and Logos. So that's pretty cool that this is coming up. So this is wealth, and we have Virgo and we have Mercury. But there's a lot involved in this card. A lot of solar plexus, which is empowerment. A lot of the gold and brown, and the tree of life is all about knowledge. Knowledge of spirit, knowledge of God. That's the wisdom and faith. And it talked about that. So let's do the next card. So the recent past, 10 of Wands, oppression. Well, okay, we got a lot of fire in this one, boy. A lot of fire. Root chakra, solar plexus, and sacral plexus. Very interesting card. And it's a 10 of Wands. So Wands are action. And let's see what we get. I've got to get used to looking these up because they're set up so... I guess the 10s are all together. Okay, so let's... So the 10 of Wands. So you got two 10s here, which is pretty awesome. 10-10 are your numbers so far. So oppression. The number 10 refers to Malkuth, which derives from the other Sephiroth, but is not in direct communication with them. It shows the force detached from its spiritual sources. It has become a blind force and is the most violent form of that particular energy without any modifying influences. The flames in the background of the card have run wild. It is fire in its most destructive aspect. The card also refers to the influence of Saturn in Sagittarius. Here is the greatest antipathy. Sagittarius is spiritual, swift, light, elusive, and luminous. Saturn is material, slow, heavy, obstinate, and obscure. So you got two energies like kind of working against each other. The 8 wands are still crossed, showing the enormous power of the completed energies of fire. But they have lost their patents of nobility. Their ends seem more like claws. They lack the authority and the intelligence shown in the earlier cards. And in front are the two formidable dorjes of the 2 wands, but lengthened to bars. The whole picture suggests oppression and repression. It is a stupid and obstinate cruelty from which there is no escape. It is the lust of result, writ large. So, this is a pretty interesting card to be coming up, especially with all the wildfires coming up. And from what I understand, there's a number of like major types of storms and hurricanes, and some areas are going to have different storms. It's going to be snowstorms and blizzards and frigid cold. So it's pretty interesting that this is coming up because it definitely relates, and there are people that are being affected by all of this stuff, oppression, with everything that's gone on in North Carolina. There's people right now that are without. So it's a very interesting card, and this is Sagittarius, and this one here was Virgo energy, and again it was the planets were Mercury and I forgot what this planet was. What was the planet? Sorry. Now, I saw that this deck of cards has to do with, I saw it someplace and I just saw it today, has to do with the Gnostic text somehow. And I'm not quite, I haven't tied it all together yet, but yeah, which I feel is very, very interesting. Oh, it doesn't say what planet. Oh, Saturn. Okay, so it's Saturn and Sagittarius, and Mercury and Virgo. All right, where you will be. So this is kind of this oppression. Whatever's gone on, this has been the recent past, this past year, is all about oppression. It's all about the wands are action, kind of like being stuck, not being able to get out of the oppression, being repressed. So it's almost like the same thing just kind of kept, you get, I feel like it's telling me that you'd take a step forward and 3 steps back, a step forward, 2 steps forward and 1 step back. And it was it was a constant struggle the past year. A lot has gone on, and you just kept moving, you kept going, you didn't quit, you just kept going, and it's brought you to here, which is you're on your way if you're not already at wealth. Things are coming into play the beginning of this year. You're starting to see the light, there's some faith there. There's some energy coming around, some warmth. This one here is everything's getting all burnt up. Okay. All burnt up, wildfires. You just can't keep it together for whatever reasons. And this one here is the tree of life. So, after a wildfire, years ago, people used to do fires so that it would rejuvenate the land. And I know that down here in the Carolinas, they do this a lot. They'll cut down trees and stuff like that, and then burn, and then new growth comes in. So, and it kind of looks like these two cards together. Here's the burning. Here's the kind of the craziness of the fire. It kind of takes everything out, takes everything down to nothing. Okay, and then here you go, the tree of life, the rebirth. And in that rebirth, that regeneration, the rejuvenation, you are going to be getting the, what's the word I want to use? Something plenty. It's not the coin of plenty. It's, I forgot the phrase, but, yeah. So this is what you're on your way. You're on your way to plenty. Plenty wealth. And, after being or feeling oppressed for the past year. So here we go. Okay, I like it. This is so we have the 2 10s on this, and then we have the 0. Now, this is the Fool card. And first and foremost, it's the circle of life. And it kind of goes with everything gets burnt up, and then the rebirth. It kind of goes with that whole philosophy, the circle of life. I'm going to show you the card. It's pretty cool. I love the card, and very colorful. Lots of nature within it. Rejuvenating, going, the circle of life. That's all I can think of. You've got the egg shape there, but then you've also got that other shape that goes around. They have the seashells that shape in it. You have the wind blowing there. What is that? Not Mother Nature, Father. Is it Father Time? I don't know, something like that. You got the Fool standing there, all green. Has a bunch of grapes there. We've got, I don't know what kind, I think it's a pelican. I'm not sure. Yellow monarch butterfly. Here we go, mama. And he's got a something in his hand. It's got a pyramid at the top of it, and then a triangle at the very top of where his head is. So we're talking, pyramids are they're very sacred places, and they're places where things are stored and put in there for the worship of the gods. We've got the tiger, we've got the alligator, the lotus flower growing up, underneath him. And it's a very different Fool card. And the idea of the Fool is the very first card in the Tarot deck. And it's actually, the Tarot cards are all about the Fool's journey. I did a little video on my YouTube channel about the Fool's journey. And, and it's kind of a cute little story when you really dive into the meaning of Tarot cards. And the Fool starts out kind of very naive, and kind of taking a leap of faith, and this makes so much sense with this. I mean, you're at a place now where you're at rebirth. You're rejuvenating, you're planting your seeds, you're reseeding your girth. It's kind of a pregnant woman. What's the girth? I'm sorry. After the fire, after everything's been burnt down and destroyed, we have the rebirth. All the seeds are getting replanted, and the fire actually brings lots of minerals into the soil and stuff, which makes it hardier for your plants. So you are in a place where you're feeling a strong sense of redo, becoming who you truly want to be, planting that seed of what your true journey in life is. And here you go, you have the Fool's journey. And you're going to be taking that leap of faith in this next year. You're going to take the leap of faith and, just enjoy all of life's pleasures, and the circle of life is just, things will come, things will go, but, it's your journey. It's your journey. It's your adventure. And you're at a place where you're ready to do this. I can read from let me see what it says about the Fool. Okay, so we have innocence, potential, adventure, thoughts, ideas, spirituality, and eccentricity. I always hated that word too. All right, so I'm not going to read all of this. The Cabal. A lot of this stuff comes from the Cabal too. All right. He's dressed in green, again, speaking to his connection to the bursting spring. In his right hand, he holds the wand, tipped with a pyramid of white of the All-Father. In his left hand has the flaming pine cone. So the pine cone is your pineal gland. I didn't realize he had the flaming pine cone. So that's your pineal gland. And both accoutrements of power and growth. From this, his left shoulder hangs a bunch of grapes, purple in color. These represent fertility, sweetness, and ecstasy. From the if you've seen all those old Roman movies with the I don't know, the princesses and God, where all the females are like feeding the king the grapes, and yeah. So anyway, so from the stem of the grapes, that ecstasy is shown developing into rainbow colored, yeah, that spiral. Okay, so the rainbow colored spirals. This is the form of the universe. It symbolizes the threefold veil of the non-matter manifesting through his intervention in divided light. Sat upon this spiral are the other attributions of divinity. The vulture of Mot, oh, that's what one of them is, the vulture of Mot. The dove of Venus, Isis or Mary, and the ivy, sacred to the devotees of Dionysus, whom the fool represents. Other symbols in this rich card are the butterfly of many-colored the winged globe with its twin serpents, and the twin infants embracing in the middle spiral. I didn't see the twin infants. Oh yeah, they're underneath the flower. That's right. It's because of the color. They're so close to the color of the embracing in the middle of the spiral. Above them hangs it in blessing the image of the three flowers in one. At his feet are the tiger and the crocodile. All the energies of these many symbolic features coalesce at his navel in a radiant sun, the microcosm of the sun above us. Crowley's final words on the Fool is that the whole picture is a glyph of the creative light. Wow, that's pretty cool. So that's that one. Now let's do my other deck. My deck, this deck is a little, it's fairly new still to me, so reading out of it's a little intense because it's coming from, it ties in so many different things. It ties in the Kabbalah, it ties in some of the Gnostic text, the Roman ideas. It just ties in a lot of different things in this deck. But it is kind of interesting. So let's do my Lightseer cards. Shadow and Lightseer. Lightseer and Shadow. Oh, that's going right on top of that one. That's pretty interesting. All right, so we have the Nine of Cups going on top of the Ten of Pentacles. And, look at these cards in the colors. Look at that. The coloring is just so similar. We're talking like bright sun, bright warmth, bright, nurturing and support. And, yeah. So we have the Nine of Cups. And again, we'll look at the treasure. There's a treasure at the bottom, So again, we're talking wealth. Cups are emotions, they're feelings. And I'm trying to see what that picture is on the top there. I can't really make it out. But look at her. She is bursting with joy. And, and I was listening to something today. It was a spiritual thing about, mindset and money and blah, 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 blah. And, what is your mindset about money? And did you grow up? I grew up with the thoughts that money is the root of all evil. And, we don't have a money tree in the backyard. And, I can't afford that. Those were all the things I heard as a child all my life. So, changing my thoughts about money has really taking a lot of work for me. So, again, money isn't evil. There are people that do evil things with money, but money is a tool. It's a tool to provide whatever it is your dreams are. And I believe if you have dreams that are for the greater good, then money is a good tool. If you have dreams that are selfish and, for evil things or evil doings, then money is the root of all evil. But, I know for me, when I think about money and money coming into my life, it is to, continue on this journey of healing and helping others. And, that's all that money's going to give, provide me with, is more ways to bring the energy healing and messages and the community of healing together. So, again, how you look at money is really, really important. And if you do have that mindset of money that it's evil and only the rich get rich and blah, 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 that kind of stuff, it's time to look at that and change that, because this card is saying that you are looking for true happiness, and it is wealth that's going to help you. It's going to give you the tool to that happiness, the tools to find that happiness. So again, it's funny because I just saw this video this morning, and I've heard it before, and here we are in this reading, and I used what I learned for this reading. So the Chariot. All right, so we have the Chariot. I always like this. And this one's, again, look at the colors. Look at the colors. We have powerful colors here. We have kind of the same colors. Not so much the Chariot, the horse, and the guy, but look at the background colors. Amazingly similar. So we have the purples, we have the red, we have the orange and the yellow. Just amazing background colors. So the Chariot is all about an adventure. There's different tarot cards have different pictures of this Chariot. I love this picture. And when I interpret, I'm going to read out of the guidebook too, but this to me is like two opposite, we have the white horse and the black horse, and they're, opposites. But in order to get anywhere, they have to work together. They have to run together. They have to go in the same direction. And we have this person on the top, very trusting. I mean, not even holding on, just knowing that these two energies, these opposite energies, and this can be it's all about the oneness, tapping into the inner truth, your inner truth, and getting your inner truth to work with the outer human character or personality, and bringing them together to find your oneness with God, Christ, whatever it is that you want to call it. I tend to call it Christ consciousness and God consciousness, and I also use divine source. I use God. I mean, I use higher power. It all depends. I mean, I've grown in so many different places that I've picked up, a lot of different words to define my higher source. So this is a beautiful card, and it's going on top of oppression. So where is he going? Here he was, this past year oppression, he is on his chariot and he is driving out of there. He is getting out of this insane fire, this place that has kept him oppressed or her oppressed, repressed, and moving forward, moving on, not looking back. Let me read the book. My neck, it hurts. All right, so this is number 7. So we have 2 10s, 0, 9, and 7. All right, the Chariot. All right, determination, victory, speed, and action, harnessing opposing forces and moving them in the same direction. Success, travel, haste, confidence, power, being in control. Here's some questions for the seer. Without clarity on your innermost desires, it's impossible to focus your chariot in the right direction. Where are you headed? Check in with your solar plexus. Solar plexus. There we go again. Okay. Does your chariot feel stuck in the mud? In what areas of your life have you been stagnant a little too long? Or maybe you drifted right into the quicksand. You've taken the wheel. Now it's time to chart your route. So this is, I think, an affirmation. I choose who I am becoming, and I run towards it with conviction. So there you go, the message from the Chariot. I can read all that, but I'd rather just go right to the message. The universe constantly gifts us with the opportunity to become more. Push ahead with determination, beautiful seer, because you will get there. While you are on the way to your goal, you will need to make decisions about your best path forward. You will change and grow when you hurtle ahead, as your evolution is imminent right now. This magical moment for taking inspired action whispers you will manifest this. Go ahead and find extreme optimism. If you feel pulled in 2 different directions, know that you can use both of these energies to thrive, and that there's a way to get them both on the same page. Seek to align your task with your purpose or with any spiritual desires that you have, and give yourself all the wings you can as you move forward, move towards your swift resolution, completion, and achievement. In shadow, take care not to boulder your way through other people. So this is the lower energy. If you're in the lower energy, or to use them carelessly on your way up the mountain. Flying forwards without paying attention to your path can sometimes be harmful to those in your wake. It's time to choose the thing you really want. If you aren't sure what that is, then you may need to buckle down and find your north. Say hello to self-discipline. Remember that the most expansive of journeys have lessons of hills and valleys, and that even the brightest of lights are pulled and pushed in order to evolve. It's time to make plans, set goals, and spark dreams. Move ahead with clear focus, confidence, and control. So that's a beautiful card. I should have mentioned that you don't have to, if your birth sign can be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, but you also can have a rising sign of Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, or a moon sign of Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So what will come of this in this year is the King of Cups. Again, cups of feelings, and I love this card. I love all these cards that this deck has, but look at where he's at. I mean, talk about beautiful, feeling wonderful, feeling, you've got the water out there. He's sitting in the water. You've got starfish. You've got You've got fish. This is a water sign here. I want to say it's Pisces, with the fish. I can look in the book, but I'm pretty sure it's a Pisces sign. And we're talking like cleansing here. I mean, water is very purifying, very cleansing. And, you know, maybe you're going to find in the next year yourself somewhere close to water somewhere, whether it be a pool in your backyard, whether it be, you know, moving close to the lake or the ocean or a river. I'm close to a river right now. So within the next year, this is where you should be. You should be at a place that's very peaceful. And, you know, looking around his head, he's the aura. The aura is all like a beautiful golden yellow, very spiritual, very calm, very serene. This here orange is all about creativity. You're creating your own space, your own serenity, and calmness within the nature of water. So, yeah, absolutely beautiful. In the yoga position, I was just talking to my neighbor who likes to like bang around and make things. And we're going to work on Merkaba yoga chairs. So it's kind of neat that came up. So here we go. This is my brandy new deck. And this is called the Divine Celestial Tarot. A lot of them have like, there's a lot of feminine energy in these cards, but that does not mean they're for women only. We all have our feminine energy and our masculine energy. And it, you know, it doesn't, like with Archangel Michael, he'll come forward in whatever form you need him to. If he needs to come forward as a male, he comes forward as a male. If he needs to come forward as a female, he comes forward as a female. Sometimes he comes forward as an animal or an object. So here we go. Ready? This is our last set of tarot cards for this reading. And I'll use the same decks for the next 3 days. Hopefully I won't be as choppy. Page of Cups. So these cards have, and again, this is my first time using these cards, and I think they're pretty cool. So the cups again are, I tried to find a guidebook with these, and I couldn't find one. So the cups are all about feelings, emotions, and they're kind of dark. So at the bottom of each of these cards, there is a word. So the word's ambitions. Yeah, ambitions. Some of them are hard to see. So here we go. And this is where you're at right now. So, and it's going on top of the 9 of Cups. And the 9 of Cups went on top of the 10 of Discs. So, so your ambitions are creating a world of just wonderful. You know, we've got the King of Cups over here. We've got the Fool. Your ambitions are, you know, are what's creating that adventure, you know, taking that leap of faith, not being afraid. The oppression, you're like, you're done with this. I'm done with feeling oppressed. I'm done with being stuck. It's time for me to like move forward, to go on. And the Page of Cups is going to bring you that ambition. Now we have, I want to say those are horns. I wish I had a guidebook with these because got a lot of blue, intuition, and yeah, look at the like red emerald at the forehead. So third eye, tap into that third eye, the candle, you know, meditation. Tap into the meditation, because it's through meditation that you're going to figure out your next steps. But this card's bringing you a lot of ambition and a lot of nature around you. I want to say those are horns. What kind of horns are they, though? I don't know if they're rams or Taurus. Or interesting. I definitely would love to get a guidebook for this one. So, so this one's very, very, so you are a very ambitious person, and your ambitions are going to take you to places in this next year, that will, bring you to the calm and serene, momentum that you're looking for. All right, so here we go with the King of Coins. So we have the Ten of Wands, the Chariot, and now on top of that one is the King of Coins. So in the past, let me see. Okay, so the King of Coins represents the provider. So within the past year, you've been working really hard at being the provider, and providing for your loved ones. And it's this energy that is bringing you to this place here where, you're feeling very ambitious to find this and find this. So, yeah, that's what I'm getting from this. So yeah, and you're a good provider. You've been a good provider. But this has kind of like stopped you for a little bit, kind of thrown you for a loop, and you're in the Chariot, you're moving forward, you're bringing all those energies together, those opposing forces, you're bringing them together because you're this strong provider that no matter what, you're going to get through that oppression. You're going to get through that journey. You're going to put all of your energies and resources into this ride. All those opposing forces are going to come together, and the strong provider that you are, you're going to get yourself and your loved ones to the place of joy and happiness, of wealth, and it's your ambition that's going to keep that sense and that feeling going. Queen of Coins. And and if you keep doing that, the way you've been doing it, pulling yourself out, up and out, moving forward, bringing the opposing forces, together, in the same direction, and yeah, taking that little risk, the fool, let the fool take that little risk, the leap of faith. You've got the Queen of Coins, right? Queen of Coins. And she is living in luxury. And this is what will come to you. You're going to be comfortable again. You're going to be comfortable. You're going to be at peace. You're going to find your healthy mind, healthy spirit, body, mind, spirit, and soul. You're going to have that. And it's coming. And it's coming, within the next year or so. So be patient with yourself and know that this joy, this freedom, this emotional happiness, the wealth, it's all going to come back to you. Okay. This was just a lesson. Wasn't a mistake. It was a lesson. And there was something in this for you to learn, so that you'll get here. But you'll get here better than you were here before. Okay? Your success was, okay, and then this happened. But it's going to be bigger, brighter, and stronger. You're going to have more divine energies moving you in the direction that you want to go. So it's amazing that these last cards were like the King of Coins. Well, the first one was the Page of Cups, King of Coins, and Queen of Coins. All high cards. So, and then you had the King of Cups. Wow, lots of, so we have 0, 10, 10, 7, 9. King is 14, 14. Page is 11 and 12. No, 13. So those are all the numbers. So with that, let me just turn you around or pick you up or whatever. So with that, I hope, nobody's on right now, but I hope whoever watches this, that you find the reading to be good for you, that the messages are clear. And if not, and you want something a little more private and personal, I do personal readings, one-on-one readings. If you're in the area where I'm at, they can be, in person where I'm located, or a FaceTime. I guess it would be FaceTime. I don't know. I know that Messenger has their little FaceTime thing too. So yeah, it's so this was good. The 3 earth signs, and the earth signs, again, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. It can be your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign. And if you don't know them, I can make a chart for you. If you know your date of birth, place of birth, and if you know the exact time of birth, then we can get your actual rising sign. So it's more accurate. Otherwise, we'd use like noon of that day, because it's kind of like halfway in the day if you don't know the exact time. So it's kind of a guesstimate. It's not as accurate, but it's pretty accurate. And I do those really very, very inexpensively. I can make your chart. I'm not good at reading charts. I know people that are, but I certainly can create your chart. I have a program that puts all the information in, and then in a matter of seconds, the chart comes out. So with that, I just want to say that, it's January 18th, 2025. We're just beginning a new year. I would say expect some chaos within the first part of the year. Chaos with weather, but also chaos with everything that's going on in the world. There's a lot of craziness right now, and it's really important that we keep our mind, body, spirit, and soul in a healthy, positive place, and not let the insanity of the outside world disrupt us. So I know that sometimes I watch way too much news, and I start getting, I don't want to say angry. I said angry the other day in a group that I belong to, and it's not really angry. It's really kind of disgust. It's disgust that some of the things I see, it's like, I can't believe that the human race, some of this stuff is going on. And, and I can't get caught up with those emotions, because those emotions, keep me from being the person I really want to be. And that's, delivering messages and doing healing practicing my Reiki and doing Reiki for people that are, suffering. Whether it be in sending distance Reiki or bringing people into, my Reiki area and doing it here. So with that, I just, like I said, just stay positive, know you, and try to live in oneness. Because the outside world wants us to be one way, and then our spirit world wants us to be another way. And somehow we have to bring the two together and find peace within, and peace without. Not just within, but peace without too. So like that chariot, bringing those opposing forces together so that we can move forward in love, hope, and happiness. And with that, I just hope you have a very blessed day. I would like to try to do these once a week with the earth, air, water, and fire. But we'll see. I mean, once I start going back to work again, it might be a little more difficult. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So I'm glad I did it today. That's you. And I hope I see you all soon. And contact me if you have any questions or would like a reading. All right. Bye-bye.